The audio? You're a bad person. You're a bad person. Great. Well, welcome to the 2023 Metropolitan High School Theater Award nominations live stream. My God, that was a mouthful. Pete Kramer with lohud.com and northjersey.com here. So happy to be back. My goodness, it's so great to be back talking about high school theater. I'm here with Blake Spence and Jordan Singer, the producers who have brought back the Metro Awards. And gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to be back.
It's we've got a lot to get to.
We sure do.
But we're going to hold that thought because we have special guests joining us. Special guests joining us right there.
There they are.
There they are. Our hosts for the Metro Awards. Carrie Butler and David Josephsberg, Adam and Barbara from Beetlejuice,
you might know them as.
Welcome.
So great to see you.
Thanks. We're excited to be here.
So happy to be here.
We're excited to be with you all in the next few weeks, maybe.
Yeah, and go ahead. Very excited for tonight, right? What's coming up? Break legs, everybody. Break legs.
You have to believe you are magic.
There you go. There you go. See, she brings it. She's done this before. Not her first rodeo. Well, there are so many kids who cannot wait to see you guys on stage June 12th right here in Tarrytown. And you guys have been together on Beetlejuice. That must have been exciting to kind of share the stage and get together again in a month or two. That should be fun.
Super grateful. Thank you so much for bringing us back together. I am ready, Barb. I am ready, set. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet,
but soon. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we can't wait to see you guys here at Tarrytown.
Awesome.
Hey, we're excited too. See you soon.
Can't wait.
Take care.
Bye.
Well, that was kind of cool. We get like people from Beetlejuice joining us in Tarrytown.
Absolutely.
That's pretty neat. And I think there's some connections that we're going to find out about. There's Xanadu is one of the shows, and Carrie Butler was with that. And so
we couldn't have asked for better hosts. We're very excited to welcome both of them.
Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do. We got 35 categories to run through tonight, a lot of names, and we're going to apologize right now for butchering any name. Unless your name is John Smith, I'm going to butcher it. I'm sorry.
We've been practicing, but
we're going to give it our best shot. But we're back, and we're back for the first time in 3 years with the Metro Awards. You guys, I was talking to Danielle Rudess, who's the head of the Helen Hayes Youth Theater, the producer of the show. You guys were kind of in her inbox constantly during the pandemic and for years saying, we got to get back. Blake, why don't you talk about why that was important?
Absolutely. I was a teacher at a school in Bergen County where I ran the theater program, and I just saw what the program did for my students and fostering a sense of community amongst not only the students in my school, but the students throughout New Jersey and lower New York. And it's an important program to have back.
That's great. Jordan?
I think the same thing, and everybody, you'll all see it on the night of the event, the sense of community and seeing that there's thousands of kids all over the tri-state area that do what these kids love to do. It gives them a place, and it's just a great celebration of all the theater that everyone put so much work into this year.
That's great. Awesome. So let's get started, shall we?
Absolutely.
Okay. We're going to start with the Outstanding Student Technical Achievement nominations. And these are teacher nominated, right?
They are.
So these are not, the judges aren't nominating these people. People are putting up stage managers, people who worked in publicity, those sorts of technical elements beyond the usual technical elements, right?
Absolutely, and all of these students sent in a write-up and also sent in support material to earn their nomination.
Great. So let's start there. Jordan?
So first up, we have Bergen County Academies, Cicely Caritas, Daniel Lukatsky, Hannah Schinder, and Daniel Simpson, who was the marketing team for Fiddler on the Roof. Blindbrook High School, Julian Silva, Assistant Technical Director and Sound Console Operator for Something Rotten. Don Bosco Prep, Lauren Gray and Bruno Snyder, costume design assistants for Shrek. Harrison High School, Alondra Nolasco Rojas, who's the sound designer for Into the Woods, and Hastings High School, Vivian Smith, who is the costume head for Something Rotten.
We also have Lakeland High School, Jack Coran as the sound designer for Into the Woods. Northern Valley High School's Old Tapan, Sophia Ashbahian and Ella Perez, the student music directors for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Nyack High School's Daniel Anton, the production stage manager for Little Shop of Horrors. Pascack Valley High School's Caden Kaleka, Abby DeSalvo, and Evelyn Jansen as the stage management team for Chicago Teen Edition. Pleasantville High School's Elizabeth Hoadley as the technical director for Bye Bye Birdie, and Ramapo High School, New York's Joel Joseph as the head of publicity for Footloose.
Continuing on with the technical achievement, Rye High School's Cameron Slocum, production stage manager for Footloose. Rye Country Day School's Olivia Craig, Toddy Leonard, and Sydney Merrill, stage management team for the Addams Family. Rhinebeck High School, Mia Cooper, the production stage manager for Anastasia. Saddlebrook Middle High School, Natalia Chaheen, student director for Oliver. Westlake High School, Sean Gray, student technical director for the Addams Family. And Westwood High School, Christian Vincenti, stage manager and set construction crew chief for Into the Woods. Next category is outstanding performance by a student critic. Student critic, as somebody who was a theater critic for many, many years, it's near and dear to my heart. These students went to productions. I don't know if they went to their own productions or they went to other schools' productions, took them in and wrote up what they saw. And these are the 5 nominees. Jordan.
Limeburg High School, Thomas Wem. Dobbs Ferry High School, Maeve Gorham. Harrison High School, Simona Forgione. North Salem High School, Kara Paulson. And Westlake High School, Henry Sliss.
Next category is outstanding performance by a child performer. Now, these are children, but they're smaller children, right?
Absolutely. Any student that's not in high school is eligible for this category.
Great.
So we have Don Bosco Prep's Lila Sosa as young Fiona in Shrek. Glen Rock High School's Pema Krumholtz as Little Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors. Lodi High School's Jelani Clark as young Fiona/Angel in Shrek. Pleasantville High School's Julian Dundee as Randolph McAfee in Bye Bye Birdie. Saddlebrook Middle High School, Christopher Cantarella as Oliver in Oliver. Sleepy Hollow High School, Kiernan Raghavan as Harvey Johnson in Bye Bye Birdie. And Tuckahoe High School's Gabriella Berkman as Chip in Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
Next category is outstanding comedic performance by a male identifying performer. This year, the Metro Awards are more inclusive in the titling of their categories. Talk a little bit, if you could, about that, Blake.
Sure. So we recognize that the world around us is changing and musical theater is changing, so we just want to make sure that we really validate all of our students and their gender identities. So this was an effort to make sure that our awards matched what we're seeing in the world around us today.
Great. So outstanding comedic performance by a male identifying performer.
We have Lakeland High School, Leonis Mani as the mysterious man in Into the Woods. Lodi High School, Michael Schirmacher as Lord Farquaad in Shrek. Mamaroneck High School, Ian Morris as Willard Hewitt in Footloose. Nyack High School, Matt Petricone as Audrey II in Little Shop of Horrors. Putnam Valley High School, Jonah Shields as Thomas Nostradamus in Something Rotten. And Tuckahoe High School, Justin DeFucci as LeFou in Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
Next, outstanding comedic performance by a female identifying performer.
So we have Edgemont High School's Elena Corman as Karen in Mean Girls High School Edition. Hastings High School's Eliana Carvalho as Portia in Something Rotten. Pleasantville High School's Elsie Sable as Ursula Merkel in Bye Bye Birdie. Ramapo High School, New York's Destiny Schoenlaber as Rusty in Footloose. The LaFell School's Abby Farka as Paulette in Legally Blonde. And Westwood High School's Samantha Arturo as Little Red in Into the Woods.
The category outstanding dance performance by a male identifying performer. Immaculate Heart Academy, Hayden Bernstein, Young Danny in Xanadu. Lyndhurst High School, Joseph Brennan, Scuttle in Disney's The Little Mermaid. Portchester High School's Demetrius Haddock as Troy Bolton in Disney's High School Musical. Ramapo High School, New York's Benjamin Mejia as Ren McCormick in Footloose. Ramsey High School's Nate Algor as Bobby Child in Crazy for You. And White Plains High School's Lance Anthony as Sky in Mamma Mia. Next category, outstanding dance performance by a female identifying performer. Jordan.
We have Bergen County Academies, Emily Levitis as the fiddler in Fiddler on the Roof. Blindbrook High School, Cassidy Wool as Snug in Something Rotten. Mawa High School, Riley Coplin as Ensemble in Shrek. Northern Valley High School, Oltapan, Kira Bailey as Ensemble in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Saddle River Day School, Nicolette Rivera as the Moon in The Addams Family. And Tappan Zee High School, Malene Kalishian as Not Dead Fred in Spamalot.
Not dead, nominated. Not dead, nominated. See that? Look at that. When you're not dead, you can get nominated.
Absolutely.
Next category, outstanding acting performance by a male identifying performer.
We have the Academy of the Holy Angels, Jack Locks as Malvolio in Twelfth Night. Harrison High School's Jack F. as the Baker in Into the Woods. Immaculate Heart Academy's Liam Fahey as Sonny Malone in Xanadu. North Rockland High School's Jordan Baez as Usnavi in The Heights. Rye Country Day School, Ade Larson as Gomez Adams in The Addams Family. And Rhinebeck High School, Riley Taylor as Gleb in Anastasia.
Great. Next category, outstanding acting performance by a female identifying performer. Academy of the Holy Angels, Eva Zazali as Viola in Twelfth Night. Brewster High School, Ivelisse Arocho? Yes, that's what I'm going to go with, as Ladalord in James and the Giant Peach. Fairlawn High School, Juliana Foster as Mr. Mushnick in Little Shop of Horrors. New Milford High School, Mackenzie Forte as Pugsley Adams in The Addams Family. Northern Highlands Regional High School, Stephanie Contreras as Alice Murphy in Bright Star. And Rutherford High School, Amelia Perlmutter as Katie Heron in Mean Girls High School Edition. The next category, boy, we are just zooming along here. The next category is outstanding vocal performance by a male identifying performer.
We have Archbishop Stepanek High School, Calvin Lindo as Frankie Valli in Jersey Boys. Briarcliff High School, Zach Hoyer as Percy Jackson in The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical. Carmel High School, Sam Corey as Troy Bolton in Disney's High School Musical. Lakeland High School, Philip Santini as the Baker in Into the Woods. Mamaroneck High School, Dominic Bierman as Ren McCormick in Footloose.
And
Do we have one more?
Westwood High School, Matthew Ryan as the Baker in Into the Woods. Right?
Yes,
There we go.
Yes.
It takes a village.
Sure does.
So let's take a small, actually, we'll do one more. We'll do outstanding vocal performance by a female identifying performer.
Sure. The Academy of the Holy Angels, Nora Gianantonio as Festi in Twelfth Night. Dobbs Ferry High School, Mika Worth as Velma Kelly in Chicago Teen Edition. Fairlawn High School, Ariel Alanya as Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors. Ramsey High School, Madison Sovak as Polly Baker in Crazy for You. Tappan Zee High School, Kiki Serfudis as Lady of the Lake in Spamalot. And White Plains High School, Zoe Kapoian as Sophie Sheridan in Mamma Mia.
Wow, that's a lot. We just said a lot of words.
We did.
Let's
A lot of
talk a
names.
little bit about the metros. It's been 3 years. There was a little thing called a pandemic there for a while that kept people from their opening nights that first March, and then kept things dark for a year. And then things came back where it was people were acting with shields or socially distanced or green screens. My God, the ingenuity of what it took and the way directors and their casts pivoted during the pandemic is staggering. And now everybody's back, and everybody has been back. And I tell you, sitting in an audience again, without a mask on, watching, and everybody experiencing that, sit in a dark room and be told a story again, it was so affirming and a little bit overwhelming at the start of it. It was like, should we be here? Should we be doing this? And then it was like, yes, we need to relax our shoulders and we need to get back at it. And I tell you, I didn't see all the shows this year, but the shows I saw were just uniformly great. And as a grateful audience member, I think it's really important that this kind of night, the kind of night we're having tonight where we're talking about nominations is great, but for people to be able to stand and sit in this room, 850 or so people on June 12th, and for Carrie Butler and David Josephsberg to be up on stage and hear the volume that they're going to be experiencing. It's like nothing on Broadway, I'm sorry. They could be in a 1,500-seat house and not experience what they're going to experience here. But the gratitude, just as one person, the gratitude that I felt toward the casts and crews and stage managers and the creative teams, you guys had to be on the receiving end of that too. I mean, on the giving end of that gratitude too, to be back in an audience. What was that feeling like for you?
I mean, it was just so exciting. I mean, before the pandemic, I think me and you were in the same boat. We were seeing around 20 high school shows a year. And it was definitely, that was just something that was very missed. And just being back and seeing the kids just do what they love, seeing the kids crying at the flower ceremonies after the show, it really showed us what was missed. And I mean, I just love seeing all the hard work and everything, the community that it creates at all these schools.
That's great. Blake?
Yeah, this is our thank you to all the teachers and students and parent groups that put in so much time and effort into creating magic at their schools and exposing their communities to live theater. So, the least we could do is this kind of show and show our support and thank all of you for what you've done this past year.
Great. Well, let's continue then. Let's reward them with some more names.
Sounds good.
Next category is outstanding performance in a production number, correct?
Correct.
Production number. Hastings High School, We See the Light from Something Rotten. Midland Park High School, Land of Yesterday from Anastasia. Northern Valley High School, Old Japan, The More We Dance from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Putnam Valley High School, Willpower from Something Rotten. Ramsey High School, I've Got Rhythm, Crazy for You. And Rye Country Day School, When You're in Adams, The Addams Family. Next category is outstanding performance of a small group number.
Can I say something about it quickly before we
Yes,
move
you
on?
may.
So this is a new category to the Metros this year. We felt there was something lacking. We always loved to honor great duets that we saw, and we always loved to honor the production numbers, but we felt that there was something in between, whether that be a trio in Shrek or a quartet or even a small group of dancers that the choreographer or directors had a chance to work with. And we think this recognizes those kids that we kind of felt we were missing before.
Perfect.
So with that said, we have that is not it. With that being said, we have Brewster's High School, Everywhere That You Are from James and the Giant Peach. Clarkstown South High School's Grease Lightning from Grease. Glen Rock High School's Get It from Little Shop of Horrors. Hackensack High School's Cell Block Tango from Chicago Teen Edition. Harrison High School's Hello Little Girl from Into the Woods. Kennedy Catholic High School's I'm Not a Loser from SpongeBob the Musical. And Pleasantville High School's Hymn for a Sunday Evening from Bye Bye Birdie.
Ed Sullivan. Sorry, I had to do that. Next category, outstanding performance of a duet.
We have the Academy of the Holy Angels, Ava Zazzali as Viola and Valentina Gonzalez as Olivia singing I Am She from Twelfth Night. Archbishop Stepanak High School, Calvin Lindo as Frankie Valli and Ava Purcell as Mary Delgado singing My Eyes Adored You from the Jersey Boys. Carmel High School's Maureen Henshaw as Gabriella and Sam Corey as Troy singing When There Was Me and You from Disney's High School Musical. Ramapo High School, New Jersey's Marissa Colangelo as Hope Cladwell and Brian Fortunato as Bobby Strong, singing Follow Your Heart from Urinetown. Rhinebeck High School's Lulu Tager as Anya/Anastasia and Nathaniel Finley as Dimitri, singing Crowd of Thousands from Anastasia. And Tappan Zee High School's Daniel Lapari as Sir Galahad and Kiki Zerfoulis as the Lady of the Lake, singing the song that goes like this from Spamalot.
Great. Next category is outstanding achievement in lobby display. Before you get into the theater, a lot of directors and companies set the mood, and these nominees, I guess, set the mood.
They sure did.
So-
We saw some great lobby displays this year. Very impressive.
That's great. The nominees in lobby display are Carmel High School, Mary Gridgick, I'm going to go with Gridgick. Sorry, Mary, I apologize. Disney's High School Musical, Clarkstown High School South, Peyton Horan, Julia Halpert, and Ella Bonvisuto for Grease, Dobbs Ferry High School, Lauren Baird for Chicago Teen Edition, Don Bosco Prep, Sherry Dennehy for Shrek, Northern Highlands Regional High School, Jen Winkler, Krista Carpino, Sarah Franchi, and Lana Hoffert for Bright Star, Sleepy Hollow High School, Ann Nielsen, and Christian Papadopoulos. Wow, for Bye Bye Birdie. And St. Joseph Regional High School, Kim Busher for Into the Woods. Next category is Outstanding Achievement in Graphic Design.
We have Bergen County Academies, Daniel Lukotsky for Fiddler on the Roof, Glen Rock High School, Anthony Zapotsky for Little Shop of Horrors, Hastings High School, Emma Gelman for Something Rotten, Mawa High School, Mia Salzman, Melissa Ficaro, and Eddie Shortway for Shrek, Saddlebrook Middle High School for Anna Hirth for Oliver, and Tappan Zee High School, Ava Bourne, and Marin McCracken for Spamalot.
Next category is Outstanding Performance by a Stage Crew. You cannot go from scene to scene if nobody's there to change the scene. So, very important crew.
We have Briarcliff High School's The Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson musical, Pleasantville High School's Bye Bye Birdie, Putnam Valley High School's Something Rotten, Rye High School's Footloose, Valhalla High School's Roald Dahl's Matilda, and Westwood High School's Into the Woods.
Next category is a new category, Outstanding Achievement in Hair and Makeup Design. Why was this important to add?
We just felt like it was a technical element that we weren't recognizing at this point in time or in the past. So we really wanted to give some attention to some amazing hair and makeup designs that we saw this year.
Hair and makeup is close to my heart, I will say that, but
Maybe we can get one of these talented individuals to do some work on all of us.
we
for
live
show
in
night.
hope. Go ahead, please.
We have Bergen County Academies, James Wilberg for Fiddler on the Roof, Immaculate Heart Academies, Caitlin Coughlin for Xanadu, Pascack Valley High School's Marielle Lupford for Chicago Teen Edition, Pleasantville High School's Fiona Brennan, Jane Murphy, and Amy Padula for Bye Bye Birdie, Rye Country Day School's Casey Hyland for The Addams Family, and Westlake High School's Sabrina Galletti for The Addams Family.
Next category is Achievement in Costume Design.
We have Brewster High School, Rose Bisogno as James and the Giant Peach, Glen Rock High School, Anna Lilikis, Olivia Childs, and Lila Story for Little Shop of Horrors, Kennedy Catholic High School, Annette DeGrande for SpongeBob the Musical, Pascack Valley High School, Marielle Lupfer for Chicago Teen Edition, Pleasantville High School, Aline Serrati for Bye Bye Birdie, and Westlake High School, Evelyn Varga for The Addams Family.
Next category, Outstanding Achievement in Lighting Design.
Blindbrook High School, Zach Doré for Something Rotten, Immaculate Heart Academy, Nikki Belensky for Xanadu, Nyack High School, Andrew Mosier for Little Shop of Horrors, Ramapo High School, New Jersey, Adam Nemeth for Urinetown, Rye Country Day School, Jacques Robinson for The Addams Family, and Tuckahoe High School, Andrew Mosier for Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
Next is Outstanding Achievement in Scenic Design. Blindbrook High School, Zach Doré, Something Rotten. Briarcliff High School, Jim Britt, The Lightning Thief, The Percy Jackson Musical. Fairlawn High School, John Gerisi, Little Shop of Horrors. Nyack High School, Kevin Gleason, Little Shop of Horrors. Ossining High School, Steve Loftus, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Rye Country Day School, Jacques Robinson and Steve Loftus for The Addams Family. Next category is Outstanding Achievement in Choreography.
We have Blindbrook High School, Lauren Guivas for Something Rotten, Eastchester High School, Mara Davey for Spamalot, Mamaroneck High School, Allison Parsley for Footloose, New Rochelle High School, Julie McGuff for Love's Labor's Lost, Northern Valley High School, Old Tapan, Caitlin Ort for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and Ramapo High School, New York, Natalie Nova for Footloose.
Next category is Outstanding Achievement in Music Direction. Music direction is not the direction of the musical, it's the direction of the music.
Yes. We have Academy of the Holy Angels, George Kroom for Twelfth Night, Blindbrook High School, Jessica Sarasoli and Stephen Ferry for Something Rotten, Fairlawn High School, we have Charles Santoro for Little Shop of Horrors, New Rochelle High School, Regina Talbot, Sarah Mae Lagaska, and Kirk Enrick for Love Labor's Lost. Pleasantville High School, we have John Verchese and Nadia Rizzo for Bye Bye Birdie, and Rhinebeck High School, Catherine Kroll for Anastasia.
Next category is Outstanding Achievement in Direction. Archbishop Stepanak High School, Frank Portanova for Jersey Boys. Blindbrook High School, Christina Colangelo, Something Rotten. Fairlawn High School, John Gerisi, Little Shop of Horrors. Immaculate Heart Academy, Jody Capeless, Xanadu. Nyack High School, Augusta Baticola, Little Shop of Horrors, and Rhinebeck High School, Cindy Feynman, Anastasia. Next category is Outstanding Performance by a Student Pit Musician.
We have Bergen County Academy's Chloe Cho, who played in Fiddler on the Roof, Don Bosco Prep's Liam Nye, who played in Shrek, the LaFell School's Ethan Stein, who played in Legally Blonde, Mawa High School's Mia Salzman, who played in Shrek, New Rochelle High School's Lee Shefferman, who played in Love's Labor's Lost, and White Plains High School's Kay Watanabe, who played in Mamma Mia.
Just a word, if you're watching at a watch party, it's so great that you're joining together, but please use as many devices as possible just to make sure that we have a good number on how many people are actually watching the live stream. It's important that we kind of get that number so we can say, hey, look, theater kids show up, and it's important that we be able to register that. So if you're at a party and you're just watching one screen, let's make it like 10, shall we? Let's multiply that by 10.
If anyone can do it, it's theater kids.
There you go. Okay. Outstanding performance by a student orchestra.
We have Bergen County Academy's Fiddler on the Roof, Lakeland High School Into the Woods, Mamaroneck High School Footloose, North Rockland High School In the Heights, Tuckahoe High School Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and White Plains High School Mamma Mia.
Next category, outstanding performance by a chorus. Academy of the Holy Angels, Twelfth Night. Bergen County Academies, Fiddler on the Roof. Blindbrook High School, Something Rotten. Northern Valley High School, Old Tapan, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. North Rockland High School, In the Heights. And Rhinebeck High School, Anastasia. Next category is outstanding performance by an ensemble group. Take us through this, Blake. What does that mean?
So that's a small group of students that work together to kind of create a singular unit on stage.
Great.
So we have Brewster High School's Tessa Wassant and Autumn Takex as Aunt Spiker and Aunt Sponge in James and the Giant Peach. We have Fairlawn High School's J.C. Angerson, Katie Bezella, Allison Castillo, Madison Huang, Gianna Ingrati, Amber Muizone, and Rebecca Rosen as the urchin in Little Shop of Horrors.
We have Immaculate Heart Academy, Kate Ryan, Maddie Heineman, Maeve Murray, Tara McCarthy, Carrie Ignacio, Mary Hahn, and Isabella Folletta as the muses in Xanadu. And Nyack High School, Molly Brown, Tella Kopaz, and Lyra Fontanilla as the urchins in Little Shop of Horrors.
In Pascack Valley High School, we have Olivia Carpenter, Kayla Kloss, Wendy Muska, Maya Tequani, and Alexandra Wells as the Merry Murderesses in Chicago, Teen Edition. And we have Rye High School, Sydney Brown, Karis Repetto, and Zoe Loazo as Rusty, Wendy Jo, and Erlene in Footloose.
Gotta love Rusty, Wendy, Jo, and Erlene, you know? The crew. Next is outstanding performance in a cameo role.
We have Archbishop Stepanak High School, Jonathan Guzman as Bob Crew in Jersey Boys, New Rochelle High School, Andrew Conan as Moth in Love's Labor's Lost, North Rockland High School's Vincent Verzi as Paragua Guy in The Heights, Putnam Valley High School's Reese Emery as Lady Clapham in Something Rotten, Ramapo High School, New Jersey's Alexis Ulmer as Little Becky Two Shoes in Urinetown, and Westlake High School's Alejandro Gomez as Lurch in The Addams Family.
Next category is outstanding performance in a featured role. A featured role is different than a cameo role, and it's a little bit more. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's a good way to think of it.
Outstanding performance in a featured role. We have Archbishop Stepanek High School, Ava Purcell as Mary in Jersey Boys, Blindbrook High School, Abby Maron as the Minstrel in Something Rotten, Eastchester High School, Caitlin Copps as Patsy in Spamalot, Kennedy Catholic High School, Penelope Parker as Pearl Krabs in SpongeBob the Musical, Rhinebeck High School, Carolina Doherty as the Dowager Empress in Anastasia, and Tuckahoe High School, Olivia Nealis as Cogsworth in Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
Outstanding performance in a supporting male-identified role. The Academy of Holy Angels, Thomas Snyder as Sir Toby Belch in Twelfth Night. Clarkstown South, Patrick O'Shea as Kaniki in Grease. Hastings High School, Sander Sheehy Markley as William Shakespeare in Something Rotten. Ossining High School, Sanaya Fisher as Bud Frump in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Pascack Hills High School, Jacob Levin as Harry Bright in Mamma Mia. And Pleasantville High School, Alejandro Martinez as Conrad Birdie in Bye Bye Birdie. Next category is Outstanding Performance in a Supporting Female-Identified Role.
We have Blindbrook High School, Chloe Beal as Portia in Something Rotten. Harrison High School, Jaden Schwartz as Little Red in Into the Woods. Lyndhurst High School, Cecilia Valdez as Ursula in Disney's The Little Mermaid. Mamaroneck High School's Sophia Martinez as Vi Moore in Footloose. Putnam Valley High School's Haley Crane as Portia in Something Rotten. And Rhinebeck High School's Talia Martelli as Countess Lily in Anastasia.
Great, we're down to the final three categories. And before we go there, I want to talk a little bit, if we could, about awards. And there are people who think awards for high school kids are crazy. Why are we doing this? Why are we making it a competition? And I just want to say this. You created on your stages memories. You created memories for your audiences. You created memories for each other. I still have high school friends that I talked to from right after Noah unloaded the ark, we did a musical. And we still talk about the night that Doug Montoya pulled Focus. We still talk about the, Richard Alona maybe messing up the song Maria in West Side Story. We still talk about these things years later because we created memories. We created community with each other, and we created memories. We didn't have award shows. But the way I look at this, and I'd love for you guys to comment on this, the way I look at this is it's a way to get people, 850 people in a room, singing show tunes, celebrating what they created from blank pieces of paper at a table read, and lights without gels, and sound mics that aren't connected, and all of that, turning an orchestra into, turning different musicians into an orchestra, and having the orchestra play with the cast, and having the crew move the set. That's no small thing. What they pulled off at 56 high schools across Bergen County, Westchester, Rockland, and Putnam counties is nothing short of amazing. And for me, if we get to sit in a room and talk about that for a few hours in June, gravy. It's wonderful. Absolutely. But maybe you guys could talk to why, to that element, maybe.
Sure. I remember having the same feelings as you when I was in high school performing. The last show happens, and you may never be together with that same group of people working in the same way ever again. This award show is an opportunity to bring back those shows, bring back those families that were created, and really celebrate all of the hard work. Everyone that participated in a high school theater show this year is an absolute winner. This is just a way of us coming together and celebrating as a community.
Jordan.
Yeah, it's a chance to relive the show, the cast that miss each other from early March or even as far back as late January, to come be together. I'm sure we have students who know each other from doing theater outside of school and at other schools. So just to put everyone in that same room together, the energy it creates is magical. And if sports have their homecoming, I think theater should have their metros.
There you go.
Love that.
The beauty of the last three awards is that you will see these people perform on this stage. All of the leading male-identified and female-identified characters will come on and do 20 bars. Is it 16 bars? They'll do a piece from their show, and the 6 productions nominated for overall production will have production numbers, or they'll do a number. So stay tuned, because they are getting the gang back together.
Absolutely.
So let's start with outstanding performance in a leading male-identified role.
We have Archbishop Stepinac High School's Ryan Diaz as Tommy DeVito in Jersey Boys. Northern Valley High School Old Tappan Roman Gotti as Freddie Benson in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Nyack High School's Angus McClary as Seymour Krelborn in Little Shop of Horrors. Ossining High School's Frank Carl Marrero as J. Pierpont Finch in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Ramapo High School, New Jersey's Brian Fortunato as Bobby Strong in Urinetown. And Rhinebeck High School's Nathaniel Finley as Dimitri in Anastasia.
The nominees for outstanding performance in a leading female-identified role.
We have Immaculate Heart Academy, Kate Ryan as Kira in Xanadu. North Salem High School, Gigi LeClaire as Vel McKelly in Chicago Teen Edition. Nyack High School, Tatum Hopkins as Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors. Pleasantville High School, Alice Cabral as Rosie Alvarez in Bye Bye Birdie. Rhinebeck High School, Lulu Tagger as Anya in Anastasia. And St. Joseph's Regional High School, Hannah Schinder as the baker's wife in Into the Woods.
And I guess that's it, right? Oh, no,
Yep.
there's one more. It's
big
overall,
one.
overall production of a musical, the Megillah, as they call it. And again, these 6 productions will send production numbers or numbers to perform on the night on June 12th, before everybody goes crazy. June 12th, right here, at Tarrytown Music Hall. Tickets will be tough because it's a smaller venue than at Purchase College in years past. So I'm sure Blake will be breaking that wonderful news to everybody on how that's going to work out. We plan to have another live stream for that event, and we'll have earplugs just in case because it gets really loud. So without further ado, the outstanding, the nominees for overall production of a musical are
Archbishop Stepinac High School's Jersey Boys, Blindbrook High School's Something Rotten,
Immaculate Heart Academy, Xanadu. Nyack High School, Little Shop of Horrors.
Pleasantville High School's Bye Bye Birdie, and Rhinebeck High School's Anastasia. There you have it. That's a list. That's 35 categories. That's a lot of names. We apologize for the any butchering that was done here.
I think we're at 223 nominees this year.
223. It felt like 222. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time tonight. It was great to spend some time with you. Can't wait to see Carrie and David when they come here on June 12th, Monday night. It's a school night, but I think we'll be okay.
It's a late school night.
It's a late school
It's a
night.
late school night.
Great. Well, that's it. I think that's it from lohud.com and northjersey.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and happy Metros Monday. Okay.
Well, I think I got most of the names.
Yeah, I had some bad ones in there.
There were a few tough.